out.
This is WeatherScope.
A powerful storm that moved its way up the coast will make it rough going in the Northeast today. Rain, high winds, coastal flooding, and sleet or snow inland will greet you as you head out in that area today. Good morning. Welcome to WeatherScope. I'm Marshall Seas. The storm still covers a wide area from the coast to Ohio. For the latest on the storm, including a live report, let's go to Cheryl Lemke in the Forecast Center.
Thanks, Marshall, and good morning. We're covering this massive storm system, which has brought tons of snow across the Appalachians and also very heavy rain and very strong winds. Our satellite picture still showing the storm system slowly working its way along the coast. Right now, the low poised just off the coast of Cape Hatteras, and it continues to spin in a lot of moisture from off the Atlantic, and that's fueling a lot of precipitation. And because it has been a slow mover, the rain has been excessive. In Virginia Beach, Virginia, over 6 inches of rain, and we've had a report from the local police department that the streets have been flooding and all the schools are closed right now, and condos on the Chesapeake Bay side are being evacuated because officials fear the buildings may collapse into the ocean. Again, here's our massive storm system, the low just off the coast of North Carolina. However, we're seeing some very tightly packed isobars, tight pressure gradient, strong winds buffeting most of the east, and a large area either reporting freezing rain, sleet, snow, or rain. Well, right in the midst of this very nasty weather, we have Lori Geary. She's been tracking the storm from Seabright, New Jersey. Good morning, Lori. What's the latest from New Jersey?
Good morning, Cheryl. The latest we can tell you, absolutely no relief from this major nor'easter. Winds are still kicking up about 40 to 45 miles per hour, and the rains are steady. Right now, it was a tough commute, I can tell you, because the Shrewsbury River overflowed its banks, flooding out all of the side streets along Ocean Avenue, which is also known as Route 36. The next crucial time comes later this afternoon. High tide for the Atlantic is about 2:30. High tide for the Shrewsbury River is about 4:30. So emergency management crews are keeping a close watch on both of those high tides. Still waiting for some daylight to come up to see what type of beach erosion happened overnight. We can tell you this is a vulnerable area because it was just hit by a nor'easter just last week. The rains will continue throughout most of the day. We're expecting the winds to die down sometime later this afternoon. Back to you there in the Forecast Center, Cheryl.
Thanks, Lori. We appreciate the update. And as Lori was showing us, it's been really nasty over parts of the east. A major storm came through last week, and here we go round 2 with the storms again today. Well, again, our low just off the coast. Mainly some rain right along the coastal sections, but just a little bit farther inland, we start to pick up the freezing rain and the sleet. Currently around Boston, some rain and some sleet. A lot of freezing rain, though, coming down this morning across Connecticut, and then more freezing rain and snow as we head back towards the Ohio Valley. So again, not the best of days for your morning commute across the entire area. We have the rain right now, basically a cold rain event around New York City, but there have been pockets of freezing rain, too, around Newburgh. Also back over through Poughkeepsie, a little bit of freezing rain taking place this morning. A cold rain, though, for Philadelphia with temperature near 37 degrees right now. The freezing rain, though, for Pittsburgh, a slow go heading to work or school this morning. And then widespread freezing rain, too, continues to plague those of you in Connecticut. A slow go across the Merritt Parkway, and still indications of freezing rain right now for Bradley Field and for Hartford, so not the best of days at all for traveling throughout this region. Winds, too, will be kicking up throughout the day today. Gale and storm warnings remain posted along the coastal region. We've had a report now from Atlantic City, gusts over 40 miles per hour, and for Salisbury, Maryland, right very close to the coast, we've had wind gusts near 62 miles an hour. The strong winds and that strong easterly fetch means a possibility for coastal flooding, and advisories have been posted. And we also have heavy surf advisories, too, up and down the eastern seaboard for some choppy conditions and rough seas. Besides the rain and the wind, the storm system has also been a big snow producer. Parts of western Maryland in Finsel, which is in Garrett County, receiving up to 20 inches of snow. And we've also had some substantial snows, too, over parts of the Ohio Valley. In fact, you're waking up to a huge amount of snow in Cincinnati. Cincinnati began getting snow yesterday. It snowed through the night, and it's still coming down, so be extra careful this morning. It's going to be tough getting around this morning in Cincinnati. We still have some leftover snows taking place this morning over parts of the Ohio Valley. Snow actually spreads backwards towards Illinois and Indiana this morning, so the snow continues to mount in some areas. And as far as additional accumulations, maybe for the most part, 1 to 3 inches of additional snows for parts of the Ohio Valley. As always, you can get more weather information if you're away from your TV set. Check in with the website at weather.com. Now let's check out the weather across the rest of the country. And with all the information, here's Marshall Steese in the studios. Marshall?
Thanks, Cheryl. Conditions for the rest of the eastern United States include below average temperatures in the south and a setup in East Texas that will set the stage for more stormy weather in the forecast for Florida. First, let's take a look at those temperatures in the northeast. 27 at Elmira, 9 a little further to the north at Burlington, 12 at Bangor, Maine. But you figure in those winds from that nor'easter, and we're down to 7 below at Bangor, Maine. Single digits in Albany and Boston, 10 around Philadelphia, 20 at Washington, D.C. It's 12 degrees in Minneapolis right now. No real Arctic air here. 31 in Chicago, snowing, and 30 in St. Louis, and 28 in Cincinnati, where the snow is still coming down, 12 inches of snow. Schools closed here. Salt trucks have been out all night, but no major accidents have been reported here, so they're doing a great job out here in Texas. We have rain fall.